Zone, the LaSalle University online educational channel. Experience optimal online learning.
Maayong Lasal kanatong tanan. It's been a year since the pandemic, and our lives have changed, including our academic life. We were not prepared. Yet, we were all forced to cope up with the crisis. How has it been since then? Kumusta, Lasallians? How was our learning experience during our first year with Canvas? And what do we look forward to this new academic year? brewZONE is a conversation space where students can share their experiences, real-life stories, and hopefully entice more students to join in the conversation. I'm Brother Butch, and welcome to the first episode of brewZONE. Joining us today are Lasallians from the basic education and higher education communities, who will share with us their thoughts on our theme for this first episode, Kumusta ka, Lasallian? Let us all welcome two student leaders from the higher education, the former USG President, Ms. Twinkle Gomos, and the current USG President, Rico Judilia. Also joining us is Chris Dominic Tapitan and Shereen Cagbabanwa from the Basic Education Departments. Hi, Twinkle, Rico, Dom, and Shereen. Welcome to our first episode of brewZONE. To start our conversation, how are you, Twinkle, Rico, and Dom and Shereen? Yan. Welcome.
Hello, good afternoon everyone. Good afternoon Lasallians, and good afternoon to you, Brother Butch. I'm doing fine and doing great this pandemic. How about you, Rico?
Yes, hi Twinkle, hello everyone. Good afternoon, Lasallians. I am also doing great, bro, and I am very excited for today's chikahan and kamustahan. Thank you for having me here, bro.
Thank you also for saying yes, Rico. Thank you for saying yes also.
May hapon sa tanan Lasalliano, may hapon sa inyo tanan. Ako excited ko, gisot dito sa among mga kasinatian sa pagsugod sa pandemic. Kung sabi karon sa among gusto ma-experience. Okay, mo naman kinabuhi karon. So, padayon ta sa mga kadasig. Ikaw, Shereen.
Hello, good afternoon, Lasallians. Ako excited because a lot is done karon. I'm very grateful to be here.
Wow, thank you. Thank you, Shereen. Grabe ka Bisaya si Dom, no? But thank you also for joining us, Dom. Si Rico and Twinkle, thank you for saying yes, guys. No, I like how things are sa sugod pa lang. This is our first episode and hopefully we'll all have fun today, ha? And joining us are friends or Lasallians also sa Zoom, no, limited lang siya. For if you want to join sa Zoom, napay mga pipila nga pwede pa maka-join, no? We are allowed mga 100, but so far may pwede pa. You can join in sa Zoom. I think somebody will post it sa LSU Facebook page ang link sa Zoom meeting. So you can join in and join in even in the conversation if you want to. Okay, it's posted already sa Facebook page. So click na sa Zoom link and join the conversation sa brewZONE sa first episode na to karon. So siguro let's start we have an hour to share about our experiences, no? Because it's been a year, guys. And kung balikan na atong experience since, was it March? Was it March, I think? No, since March. Let's perhaps begin our conversation there, no? Let me ask each one of you, where were you when the pandemic started? And then perhaps the question to follow up is, what was your initial experience since then? Siguro let's start first with, where were you when the pandemic started? Maybe we can start with Twinkle, because you were, I think, you were very active at that time. So why don't you start, Twinkle?
Alright, so where am I during the start of pandemic? It was March 2020 when the pandemic hit our country or all over the world. So where am I? Here I am in my room answering thousands of queries of our Lasallians. Yet I did not stop there because the issue was to have an online class or not. That was the issue that time, and so we have established this online modular kind of learning where students will choose whether to have an online class or to choose about modules. Another thing, aside from that, I also came to think about the students, our Lasallian students who were stranded at their respective boarding houses, dorms, and apartments. And that is why, without any hesitations, a month after the pandemic, I raised funds together with me, the university student government. I asked sponsorships from the different private sectors, even from our government officials. I asked help personally, but I did not post any infographics on social media, but I messaged them privately. Luckily, I was able to raise almost 30,000 worth of cash and goods, and that I was able to help those stranded Lasallian students, was able to give them financial assistance and goods for 3 ways. So imagine, and also we have OJT students at Cebu and Manila who had their OJT. So of course, with the help of the different governors of the different colleges, we were also there to help them. And of course, after that month, I also came to think about the Sudanans of our community. That is why on May, I started again another fundraising events, and a lot of more has happened to my life. And at this moment, I am a volunteer of the vaccination program of our city, and of course, continuing my passion in helping other people. That's it, bro.
Well, thank you. You were doing a lot of things, Twinkle. I find it so amazing. No, I was a witness sa imuhang efforts, and we brothers were really amazed of what you were doing. So that was Twinkle, and what about you? Let's jump to the basic ed first before I call on the new president of the USG. Let's start with Dom. Where were you when the pandemic started? What were you doing then?
Well, when the pandemic started, we already celebrated Panagubong, right?
Yeah.
We enjoyed a lot of things. We were with our friends, our classmates, enjoying stuff, being competitive and all. Pero, it was just a normal week, I guess. No? Just like any other cancellation of classes, sudden cancellation of classes. It was a two-week cancellation, right? So, I took it lightly. I expected to return, but I did not return.
That's true.
2 weeks became 2 months, and then 2 halves of a year. Man, it's unbelievable, bro. But before the pandemic started, I was just in my classroom with my classmates, my friends, discussing stuff. I was even joking about the situation because it was not really that severe. Although reality already struck, the scarcity of the supplies like alcohol, the face mask, and those different kinds of needs in healthcare. But there I was in my classroom making jokes about the situation. I said to one of my friends, "Di na tamabta na ng COVID, oy. Di na kasulod diri sa Lasal.
Recording in progress.
Di na sila kasulod diri sa Lasal kay stricto kayo ang guard."
Guard. Si Sir Chief.
Pangitaan ang ID ang COVID. Yeah, it was somehow, give maybe myself and my friends a optimistic view. If there's a problem, we face it we find a solution, we do something about it. So it was what it was, and it is what it is right now. So we have to face it, we have to think about it. It's reality, so let's do something about it.
Thank you, Dom. Thank you, Dom. It's amazing na you're able to cope up ka rin, no? Even start even highlighting the strictness of our security guard. It affirms that our security guards are doing well. We have at the moment 13 sa Zoom as an audience, and then 1,500 sa Facebook, no? Because we're live in Facebook. And may I invite everyone to use hashtag Pasimula 2021. Please don't forget that. And siguro this time
Albert,
yes, Dom.
I have a request.
Yes, Dom.
Shout out po sa lahat ng security guards natin sa Lasal. You're doing a very good job.
Very good.
You know? No, really, seriously. Like, maintaining the health of the people working right now in the school. I mean, man, frontliners deserve the respect. So shout out sa lahat ng security guards, especially Lasallian security guards.
Thank you, Dom. Thank you, Dom. I'm sure the security guards will very happy karon, no? Sige. Let me call on the next. Shireen, how about you? Where were you when the pandemic started and what happened?
I remember when the pandemic started, we just finished doing our play. It was a performance task in one of our subjects. We were swamped with a lot of things to do, so we didn't really pay attention to COVID. I also remember that one of my classmates was thinking about, like, should we buy a lot of N95 masks? Should we buy this face shield? And later on, we just thought na maybe we'll come back after 2 weeks. And then after 2 weeks, another extension. After 2 months, another extension. Then the cases just kept rising. So we are here. And it's not like it's something that we didn't imagine. And I don't think that the days after would be the same. So when I'm here in my room, I'm answering my modules, I'm trying to check up on my classmates, sometimes my friends, family. Yeah, I haven't been as busy as I would thought. That was a lot. I wasn't as busy because I was a grade 9 student when the pandemic started. Like,
you were not allowed to go out. You were not allowed to go out yet.
Very late, yeah. That's what happened to me for the pandemic.
Sige, thank you, Shireen. This time, Rico, how about you? Where were you when the pandemic started?
Yes, hi, bro. Hearing Twinkle, Chris, and Shireen talk, I am very amazed how active they are in the community as well as their self-growth. So I think, in myself, where am I during that pandemic? I was in the vulnerable. I was in the parents at the time. My concern is their health at the time. So I was there. I served them, and I always made sure that we will have a comfortable setup in our house because during that time there are a lot of rumors here, bro. I think the world is gonna end kay ng pandemic, and then dagan kayo mga pang release ng mga social media about sa mga pages about ng 2012 magkakaroon natin. So during that time I am also very worried. I am in the middle of my agony that time because sad to say my grandfather was died at the time, and I wasn't able to go there because it's quarantine. Kailangan pa og mga papers para makago there, but sad to say I wasn't able to go there. But however, I just prayed, and thank God for giving us another day to continue. And giving us another day to continue our casting in ating lives. So, ganun, instead of focusing to the ministry, I am just switching my attention to my studies at the time. I focus myself on my studies since I am a type of person that is a goal-driven. So that is why I just switch my attention to my studies and at the same time leading my fellow Lasallians since I am also one of the governors in the Lasalle University. So ganun bro, like, yun yung ginagawa ko kumbaga during the pandemic.
You're the governor of what college at that time?
I was the governor of the College of Teacher Education at that time, bro.
Alright, that's good to know. Siguro, i-segue, because si Rico nag-segue na, no, he mentioned about his studies. Although, I'm sorry to hear that you lost your grandfather also last year. I lost my mother also, no? So, perhaps let's talk about your experience with, I remember earlier, si Twinkle mentioned about, you know, the concern of students, whether are we going online or what, no? Let's talk about your online experience. How was it? What challenged you and what was your story? Can we start with, I'm sure Twinkle will have a lot to share. Twinkle, can we start with you?
Yes, bro. Good afternoon once again to everyone. So I am a nursing, fourth year irregular nursing student because I took a Bachelor of Science in Accountancy for one semester and then I shifted to nursing because I believe that it's a calling from above. And that is why with my chosen course as nursing or as a teacher nurse, it is to have an online class is very challenging. What drives me to push harder is that I look at the other side of the box. Instead of murmuring, ranting on social media about this online class, what we need to do is be innovative enough with our resources. Imagine, bro, in my RLE class, we were taught how to use how to inject, or let me say how to do injection in this area. Since we cannot perform it without our clinical instructor, we made use of a kamatis, or what we call as what is kamatis? Or basta kamatis, or any sponge, or even teddy bear. We use teddy bear as our patients, no? It's really very funny. It may look funny, it may seem very funny, but here we are trying to be innovative enough with our online class. And of course, it is really up to us how we can manage our class even in this pandemic. Since in this pandemic, I am just at my home and I am not used to it because Mondays to Saturdays, or even Monday to Sundays, I am at Lasalle University. I go to school every 7 a.m. and usually there will be big events. I will go home at 12 midnight, imagine. So with this pandemic, it really hit me a lot because I'm that kind of person who is used to be at school. And then here I am in the middle of the pandemic, always here 24/7 in our home. That is why in the middle of the pandemic, even if I was 19 years old at that time, and then our mayor said that only those 21 years old above are allowed to go outside our homes. I really insisted. I would really insist the lady guard of Balconcha to let me go inside because I have errands to do. I don't do outreach programs anymore. So that's it, bro. Even if there will be a lot of circumstances, what you need to do is to find a way, make a way.
Ayun, find a way, make a way. Shereen, what about you? What way were you into?
For my academics, I remember since our homeroom started at 8, I remember thinking, am I going to wake up this early again? Because I'm not a morning person. So I got thinking, should I just get homeroom and then go to my first class this morning, or should I wake up earlier and then go to my homeroom then to the first class? And also, The online classes were very tough, especially for group projects.
Yeah.
The group projects, I can say that it was really hard to communicate with other students because some of them are unresponsive or maybe they're just playing a game and don't check their phones or with Messenger. Um, it was very hard at first trying to learn Canvas, how to navigate through the learning management system, and then going to the different TOAs, trying to figure out how to do the different performance tasks, the activities, the discussion boards. It was really overwhelming at first, and then I got used to it like or 5 months into the school year. And then with my classmates and friends, we just usually joke around about it that should we pass this requirement or not? Yes, I did. I never submitted a late paper. So
Late, I hope that's very clear
yeah,
with your classmates or
because
fellow Lasallians karon na you never submitted your requirements nga late because it does not mean na
same to your deadline,
online
guys.
online ta mag-delay lang ta, no? So that's good. That's a good that's a good point, Sherry.
Take your deadlines and take time to like find a schedule that is good for you, and to also find the time to take a rest. That's mine.
So meet deadlines and find time to rest, no? Yung kay Twinkle kanina, yung Twinkle sabi mo, if there's a way, find a way. Ano yung isa? Make way, something. No? So that was, that's for my adobo later, ha? I'll quote you for that, no? What about you, Dom? How was your experience like with Canvas? I'm sure you have a lot of unforgettable things about Canvas, right?
Yes, the kind of giver. Like, the struggle is real, but the convenience is still there.
Aha.
You know, Canvas is our medium to learn, to keep us safe away from the virus, staying at home but still learning. But it's not really that easy, as you can probably hear from many students. You know, transitioning from going to school, reading books, writing notes, going to the blackboard, writing with chalk, erasing with an eraser, from sitting in a bed, opening your laptop or your phone, and just checking your modules, your messages, and the things that are with the likes. Transitioning from this to that is really hard. But we need to adapt, you know. I can really confidently say that survival has a direct relationship with adaptation. So if you can adapt, you can survive. So
I'm sure may
shout out to my friends, to my batchmates who learn to adapt, because we survived senior high. So that was it, Bert. You know, it was really hard. Struggle is real, but the convenience is still there. Canvas is there to help. The people of Lasallian University, the officials, the people in charge are really helpful, although they themselves are facing hard times in transitioning.
That's true.
Our educators, as we have been struggling, they have been too. Everybody has been on the same flood. As I can put this in an analogy. We are in the same flood, but we are riding different boats. Some may be riding kayak, some just paper boats, and some who are privileged enough to ride a yacht.
Baka iba nagsiminga lang eh. Basta nang ubaga salong mga naman.
Yes, sir. Yeah. that's really a sad bird. Nobody, some
Yeah.
are swimming because they don't have a boat
That's
to
true. That's true.
be onto.
That's true.
So it's also a calling for those who are privileged enough to help those who are drowning. For those who are riding a boat, lend them a hand. Give them something or somewhere that they can breathe or have a relief in. Right?
Yeah.
So as people who are as people who can do something, let's do something.
You know what, Dom? You speak like a brother. Brother Vince and Brother Gino, I think, is with us also. You might, you speak like a brother already, yeah? Keep it up. So, before I call on Rico, we have shared already a lot in our conversation, and maybe after the short break, we'll start with Rico's story, and from there we'll move on to the next question. No? So, thank you, Twinkle, Shereen, Dom, and let's look forward for what Rico can share with us also. No? So, for those who are live in Facebook, watching live on Facebook, don't forget, hashtag Pasimula. You may also share your thoughts via your Facebook, and then just don't forget the hashtag. No? Hashtag Pasimula, hashtag Kanunay Lasal. Let's have a break, everyone. We'll be back in a few minutes.
No.
Hey there! I'm Ted Nugent, a graduate of Professional Diploma in Theater Acting at Intercultural Theater Institute, Singapore. I came back here in the province of Misamis Occidental to help build an empire of artists. Definitely not them. Anyway, this is Art Zone.
Oh, hi, I'm Ted Nugent.
Brother Gino here.
Miss Alex here.
And we are the EdTech team.
All right, we're back for brewZONE, and still joining me are Twinkle, Rico, Shereen, and Dom. So earlier I think we ended with the three other guests, no? Twinkle, Shereen, and Dom. This time, let's hear Rico. How's your experience sa Canvas?
Yes, bro. You know what, bro? I have the same feeling with Twinkle, Shirin, and Chris, and I guess also our fellow Lasallians have the same feeling when it comes to the online classes. And yeah, I agree that it is very tough, at the same time challenging for all of us as a student, because transitioning to the new setup of learning, it's very difficult. Good, okay. Kanang we are not yet ready for it, since we are usually into school, into traditional face-to-face classes, and shifting to online classes, and that's wow, like it's nerve-wracking at the same time. Like like it's a change for all of us. So yeah, it was a very challenging part for all of us as a student. I think that the key word there is to be flexible, to be responsive, at the same time adaptive to the change na ginatawag kumbaga. So yun bro, like given that the pressures, at the same time the internet connectivity hinders us from our studies, However, if you are a persevere type of person, I think you can make a way on how to address that kind of problems. So yeah, in my entire journey in the online class, I think that I am not that very active when it comes to the online classes because first I may face internet connectivity. Second is the noise interference that I have in my since it's homeschooling, right? And
Yeah.
then lastly is the fear of what the pandemic might brought to this new setup. So parang ganon. Like I am not really prepared and ready for the online classes kumbaga sila. But I don't have any says about on that. But I am glad that I passed and I have good performance as well.
Uh, Thank you, Rico. I'd like to highlight yung flexibility. No, you also mentioned that no one was prepared. Actually, no one was really prepared. No, we never knew that at the time na si COVID would go beyond the 2 weeks na expectations nato. No, so anyway, it's good that you highlighted those 2 points: the flexibility and also the need to be open. No, so I mean how we go forward, and because of that, most of you mentioned about your friends, how you cope up with your friends. Briefly lang, kumusta mo sa iyong mga friends when we had a lockdown, no? And before I call each one of you, na ay mga audience from all over the world, no? Let's say special mention to Tara Monger from Australia, no? Sending her love, support, and commitment to all of us Lasallians. Also joining us is a media man, a former ABS-CBN, no, Paulo Ferrer. I saw his name earlier, no, so the pressure ko slight. No, anyways, so let's start with Dom. What about you, Dom? Yun saan yung pag-cope up sa inyong friends when we had the lockdown already?
You know,
Or
it
friends or
was really
family?
sudden when
Friends or family, ha?
Yeah, okay, friends and family. It was really sudden. So, you're usually used to seeing your friends every day, and your family seldom. But now it's the opposite. Yeah, you see your family every day. I'm not saying it's a bad thing like it's a sudden change. It's change. So it's not really something you will really mold into that quickly. When I speak with my friends, kamustahan. We have a GC. But before the pandemic, we usually eat lunch together. We go home together. So, not really interacting with them personally. It's really different. Feels different, But we have to make ways on how to make kamustahan to our friends, even to our family, because balag murag nata sa usa ka balay. Pero I'm not saying all, but some or most don't really talk to each other.
Uh-huh.
So it's a really good thing to communicate. Communication is the key.
Dom, if I may, di ba, you mentioned na before you go home, ang friends nimo, you go somewhere. Where do you usually go ba?
Where?
Asa mo gaadto? During the face-to-face, asa mo gaadto? Asa mo gatambay after class?
Yeah. After class, canteen. Grabe. Kaya memory sa canteen. Like, katong bitaber, mga kiosk.
Canteen sa basic ed.
Dira.
Canteen sa basic ed.
Okay.
Okay.
Ng teritoryo dira, ber. Wala gyud mo there og lingkod dira. Kumuha ng lugar.
So you're coping up this time is through GC, Facebook, right?
Yeah.
All
GC.
right.
It's the least we can do to communicate. So,
Pero funny lang, Dom, no? You mentioned na you always go out with your friends, seldom with your family. But right when the pandemic came, it was totally different, right? It was more on the family, less of friends. So if that's the story of Dom, what about Twinkle? How about you?
Yes, bro. When the pandemic started, I made kamusta not just only to my friends but to the entire Lasallian family. So we had several group chats like the Lasallian leaders. How are you there? Especially these student leaders are representing their respective departments or colleges. Of course, there are also students who shared to them that like wala na silang makain, ganyan. So I sent them goods with the funds of the university student government. I also made kamusta to those who are stranded students of ours in Cebu and Manila. And of course, to my closest friends, we continue to have Google meetings like that, and that with my friends of mine, we were able to come up with something, and that was the Bahin project. That was our legacy project as the pioneers of the senior high school, and we are planning it to make it happen this year and make it an annual project. So that's it, bro. As my friends are very supportive to me, we make each day of our lives more productive. That's it, bro.
So kung si Dom is in food, that's what he missed, no? The company of his friends and especially food. What about you, Twinkle? Is missing out yung service with your friends?
Exactly, bro.
Bro, I see a brighter future sa public service. But whatever it is, go.
Sure,
We'll
Mayora.
support you, Twinkle. Mayora, I saw your post. So thank you, Twinkle. What about you, Shireen?
Um, as for my friends, before Among Us was really the game Among Us was really was famous for some reason. So we after we do our requirements, if we still have time, we will play a few rounds of Among Us, and it was really fun.
What do you play
with
ba?
all the loading.
If I may ask,
Well?
Shireen, what do you play? You mentioned playing something.
Among Us, bro. Last school year, Among Us. But now I'm introduced to Genshin and Valorant, which is something I'm trying to learn still.
So that's for your diversion from module work. Sort of.
Yes. It's more of like the modules are a diversion to the games.
Unique. That's good to know, Shireen. No, from my screen, I see that from Ken Rich Bailon. Ingon niya, orientation pagani nangulba nako. Paita ani oy. Orientation pa lang gali ni, no? It's alright, it's normal. Ako gali ikulban ko karon kay. But it's alright. It's alright that you share what you feel, no? So that all of us will know also. Kung si Kenrich gikulbaan, si Dom gimingaw sa iyang kauban nga mangaon sa gawas, si Twinkle gimingaw mag-serve. What about you, Rico?
Actually, bro, I think that the good side of this pandemic is that we were able to have time in our family, because during my time, during the pandemic, since nag-lockdown, parang ganun. So, I was taught by my parents kung paano manahi, parang ganun. And then, mananom as well, and pangingisda, parang ganun. Which I think I have learned from them, and a good learnings that I got in the middle of the pandemic, parang ganun. So yeah, I was able to be productive during that time. And when it comes to my friends, we are still communicating through Messenger and Instagram. So mga social media accounts, bro.
Thank you, Rico. So you're into social media. You're coping up with your friends is social media. No, how I wish we had more time, but it's 2:51. But don't worry, this is just the first episode. No, siguro I'll just have one question among the 10 questions that was given to me. I'll just pick one. Naingon diri. For you, how important is it to take a break? Do you think taking a quick break from what is happening is relevant? Quickly, briefly lang. What about you, Twinkle? Briefly lang.
Yes, indeed, bro. Taking a break is very important, especially to our mental health, because nowadays we are very abrupt with the news regarding the pandemic and what we need to take good care. Most of all is our mental health. That's it.
Thank you, Tinkwell. Shireen, what about you?
Yes, as I said earlier, taking a break is very important, not just because for our mental health, but also to be more productive in the long run because your body needs to rest. That's how you get to do more stuff. Right?
What do you usually do ba?
I read sometimes or sleep. Just sleep for another few hours.
That's good. That's good. What about you, Rico?
All right, taking a break, bro, is very essential, especially in this trying times. So I think it can be considered as a self-love, no, parang ganon. So yeah, I think to all the Lasallians out there, take a break, guys.
Thank you. Dom, what about you, Dom?
Yes, of course, Bert. Taking a break is essential because everybody's facing different problems right now. So really have to take a break, think about many things at the same time. So you have to really relax, take it all in, and then boom, a solution will pop.
One last question before we proceed sa final round. Were you able to make your own daily living schedule during the pandemic or the heightened quarantine status? How was it? How was the adjustment period? Quickly lang. Were you able to make a unorganized schedule during the day or it just kesera-sera? Let's start with Rico.
I wasn't able to do that, bro. I am still having a difficulty in terms of time management, parang ganon. So yeah, that's I think I should focus on the time management.
Ayon, time management. Maybe this year. That's what you work on. What about you,
Looking forward for
Shireen?
that, bro.
I would say I'm fairly okay with time management, except when it's near PT week or Oka week. I just am bad at that time because all of the activities are swamped, and then I just think about what am I going to do first? Is it this activity or this one?
Yeah, all right. What about you, Dom?
No, Bert. Absolutely not. The class schedule sa face-to-face, it really helped me manage my time. When the last period of the morning comes up, it's a reminder for me to eat, relax, take a breath. So you can jump right back into class.
Yeah, that's true. That's so true. But I'm not sure now with the pandemic. I can relate with that though. What about you, Twinkle?
Hello, bro. Honestly, I do not have any proper time schedule, but I really made sure that every day of my life I will give time to every aspect, like for instance to my family, friends, and even my loved ones. So I really made sure that everything is still on track, bro. So that's it. I don't have a proper time schedule because all things are like going in and out, and I don't have a proper. That is why, bro, what I did every day is to love myself, love everyone who is always there for me.
That's nice. Love. Sana all. That's good. Naka-screen, no? From Angela Lido. Gimingaw ko sa AVR room sa SB St. Benil nga naay maglagubo permit. I'm sure gimingaw po na sa inyo ang tanan, no? Kung kinsa man gilang na sa SS building, gimingaw po na sa inyo ang tanan. And then don't forget tomorrow, Keeping the Hearts Alive and Frosh Camp Day 2. Tomorrow today yata. This afternoon pala. Sorry. After this is the Keeping the Hearts Alive and Frosh Camp Day 2. So stay tuned, everyone. So that's it. I'm sure unta natay tas pang oras, no? We could have
Excuse for a while,
more
bro.
conversation. Thank you for saying yes. But before we say our goodbyes from the first episode, any last words? Let's begin with Dom. What are you looking forward
all
to this year?
Okay, sure.
What are you looking forward to this year as your parang
Yeah, I'm
final words?
okay. Speaking for myself, you have to thank yourself for believing yourself, for blessing yourself with your own blessings, and also keeping yourself sane. So thank yourself for some time. That's my message to everyone.
Parang self-appreciation, right? No? In spite of everything, magpasalamat gyapon ta sa kagalingon ng gago man ta. Di ba? So, thanks, Dom. What about you, Shereen?
For me, I think, to the new Lasallians, I hope you do enjoy your stay here in Lasal. Hope you look forward to the different kinds of activities, what's in store this school year, and a reminder to always check in with your friends and your family.
Thanks, Shereen. Rico?
A piece of advice that I can give to my Lasallians bro is padayon sa paglaom, or continue to be hopeful, because I believe that it will end soon. Let's be hopeful and be grateful kasi nga we still have the luxury of time to show ourselves to the world. So let's be thankful at the same time and have faith in God for us. Thanks, bro.
Thank you, Rico. Twinkle, your final word.
All right. So before anything else, bro, okay, I would like to shout out the following individuals who kept on messaging me to shout out their names. We have John Emmanuel Reveal, Gabriel Surita, Kim Christian Jaime, Tony Borlaza, Cardo Kaay, Tina Sarabia, Nisan Fernandez, Nice, Bautista Amparado, Ruby Duterte, Marnelli Texton, Rio Cambonga, Maris Castin, and of course, Ralph Andre Hilat. Most especially to Marby Maizanyo for making me extra beautiful today. And if you want to be more beautiful just like me, come and visit Kids and Mom Salon and Creations Beauty Salon. Thank you so much to everyone for your endless love and support. I am looking forward for a new beginning of the next chapter of my life, and do not lose hope. Always have a positive mind and brave heart, then everything will follow. This is Twinkle Almado saying to everyone, do not forget to spread love.
Yon! That was a good closing. Spread the love, no? At the moment, we have 1,700 viewers sa Facebook. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. That's it. No? Dom, Shereen, Rico, Twinkle. Daghang salamat sa inyo. I wish we had more time, but this gives us a reason for another episode. This is brewZONE, everyone. Daghang salamat. Maayong Lasal kanatong tanan. Animo Lasal!
You really got me going. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, you really got me going. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, you really got me going. You got me so I can't sleep.